So I'm sure you saw the thumbnail. You know what's going on already. Yeah, pretty shitty day. Some of you guys are probably just here to see the crash, and I get that, but there's a couple things that I want to say before we get into that. I'll tell you the timestamp in just a minute. First thing, I want to say thank you to everyone who remained on scene and helped out. I mean, you'll see in the video, as soon as I crashed, there's already someone like yelling at the vehicle. Pretty wild. I got lucky. The second thing is, I really want to say thanks to two people in particular. One was named Dave and one was Scott. Scott will be the gentleman who has the camera in his hand, and then Dave actually helped me get home. Yeah, I didn't have anybody I could call at the time to help get the bike back. Or to get back home in general. If it wasn't for those guys, I would have been hit with an impound bill or taken a ride with the ambulance. So seriously, I cannot thank them enough. Another important thing, Dave, the guy who got me home, he is actually the CEO of Service Dogs for Vet. He's a vet. A lot of people could use that service. So I'm not sponsored by them, but I want to spread the word because Dave was so helpful to me. I feel like it's the least I can do, you know? And as a single male who lives by himself, excluding his dog, I know the importance of having a pet, having a companion like that. So yeah, just give them a glance, consider donating to their website. I'm sure they could use it. So thank you, Dave. Thank you, Scott. And the last thing I'll say before I give you guys the timestamp is my gear saved my ass. This is the helmet that I was wearing in the crash. I'll turn around. You can see that there's like a missing plastic piece, but this thing held up incredibly well. I will never buy anything but Arai. My head broke their windshield. Yeah, so Arai is legit. Take it from me. My noggin went straight to their windshield. It broke that. And I thought for sure, I was like, oh, this is gonna hurt. This thing on, it felt like I was landing on a pillow. It was amazing. I didn't black out. I didn't lose consciousness. I hit their car. I think the impact speed was probably 27 to 30 miles an hour based off the footage. And I got up and walked away. So wear your gear. Wear your gear. I was fully suited and booted with pretty much track gear. It held up well. Anyway, that's my spiel for you. I will put the timestamp on the screen right now. I would appreciate it if you guys watch the whole vlog. I feel like there was some important stuff I said, but I understand if you're just here to see the crash. In fact, when I told my mom that I crashed, I called her and I was like, hey, I got in a crash, and she was like, let me see the video. And I was like, Mom. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Please check out Service Dogs for Vets if that's something that applies to you. Needless to say, I probably won't be doing any riding videos for a little while unless it's on the 125. I'll do my best to pump out some content. I have a few things backlogged, but I gotta heal up first. It's kind of weird to say this, but I guess enjoy the video. Ultimately, that's why I'm here, is to entertain or inform. So thanks. Okay, good day to you all. Apparently it's supposed to be sunny today, but I think they might be wrong. So we're gonna rock it anyway, man. We're just gonna go for a little cruise. It is my Sunday, and I want to go out. I think it's actually supposed to let up here in a little bit. We'll see. Yeah. But we are going to be careful because I have brand new tires. I just got the Dunlop Sport Max Q5S, if that's not a mouthful. Yeah, we're going to play it safe here. So these tires are like brand new, so this is probably not the best condition to be riding in. I have faith in the tires. The last tires I had were actually, the rear tire was like 7 years old and the front tire was 14 years old. And I took those to a track day. I honestly didn't know they were that old. They looked pretty good. They still had like the little new tire nipples and everything like that. I noticed the front had a flat spot. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. And then I checked the date on it, and I was like, oh my god, they're like over 10 years old. So that's pretty wild. A testament to Dunlops, because, you know, for a 10-plus-year-old tire, I didn't kill myself on the track. And I'm not like the hardest rider out there, but I certainly wasn't taking it easy. What is this guy doing in front of me? Why is he swerving out of the lane? What are you doing? He's got to be on his phone or something. Today I figured we would talk about the trials and tribulations of moto vlogging. Alright, so this is like still very much a new thing to me. I'm still working on getting the camera right, getting the audio right, and I have been having this horrible issue with my audio. When I get to like speeds of 50 to 60 or higher, I would get this horrible crackling, popping sound, and I just couldn't do anything. So I had to like axe a lot of footage because it just was unbearable to listen to. And so I found this dude on YouTube, but basically he got this little tiny adapter for his Gopro. What the issue seems to be is that Gopro doesn't have an internal system with the media mod where you can adjust the gain level. And so this dude got like a, oh Jesus, slick. This dude got like a little adapter that has a volume knob, so it pretty much replaces an internal gain system. All you got to do is turn the knob up and down. So I turned it down a few decibels, and hopefully everything goes right. We'll know if I post this video that things went right. But it is so frustrating because I've had so many like good videos, I just have had to throw them away. And in the future, I actually do plan to do like a full gear rundown of everything that I'm using, and then I'll do a gear like what I wear review. Everything I use to record video as well. That way, if you're interested in doing something like this, you've pretty much got a one-stop shop for what you need and how to do it. I'll break down all the programs I use, which, spoiler alert, I don't use Adobe. I'm very well versed in Adobe, but the monthly subscription is just so unreasonable, especially if you're doing this like as a part-time gig, like me. But I have a good alternative, and it has actually been so much easier than Adobe. You do have to pay for a license, and you have the option to do a subscription, but it's by far more user-friendly and significantly cheaper. I'll do a video on that. Yeah, and hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes, and you can make the content that you want to see, which is ultimately my goal too. Oh, it looks like it's kind of letting up. That's good news. I just bought an Insta360 X2, and I'm really excited. I'm hoping to get some of those sweet like third-person GoPro shots for a couple reasons. One, I just think it looks like visually appealing. I think it's so cool that you can like get a third-person perspective of riding a motorcycle. And two, I think it's going to be great positive feedback. You know, like I can't afford to pay for a coach at the track, but if I can mount that thing on the back of my bike, I can see my body position, and I can know like what I need to adjust. And I just think that's like such a valuable tool. I mean, you're paying, I guess I paid like $350 for like the mounting and the camera, which is less than I would pay for a coach. Granted, a coach might be a better investment. I don't know, never actually been coached. But if you're balling on a budget like me, you do what you can. And I'll do a review of that camera as well. Hopefully I'll have like a little channel trailer or something to show you guys. Oh my god, it is not letting up. I thought it would be letting up. I should have been a meteorologist, because there's absolutely no consequences for being wrong. Oh yeah, I did want to say I have read the comments, right? I read all the comments. I do get a lot. I think my last video had like 7 comments, so it took me a couple days, but I've heard the people. I have raised the camera height. You know, I'm trying to adjust the footage so that it meets your guys' expectations. This is still very new, so cut me a little slack, but also feedback is always welcome. You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you're like, hey, like one dude in the comments was like, the camera angle's trash, and he literally said it like that, and I was like, hell yeah, okay, well that's what I need to hear that, so I can actually do something about it. I'm definitely apprehensive with these new tires. I don't like it. Maybe this wasn't a good day for going for a ride. Sometimes this bike is a little finicky. It's old. It's an old bike. It looks good for its age. It's like a hot cougar mom. but it doesn't like to be clutchless shifted unless it feels like it. It usually is the like third gear and up that it's okay with it, but first and second unless you're like under heavy load. And sometimes it will do it, but other times it won't. And I'm like, what's the difference? I don't understand. And it's raining harder again. Oh, you guys are about to see like the prettiest stretch of road though. Although it's like maybe the worst day for it, we're gonna go check it out. Oh yeah, look how green it is. It's so nice. I've got my old military cold weather gear on right now. It's really nice. If I didn't have it, I'd be freaking super shaken. Okay, and we're gonna wait for this other truck. And shit, I don't know. We're gonna wait for these cars because I'm not about to risk it. Cold day, cold tires, wet road. Oh my god. After this. I don't even do anything bad when I'm on the bike on public roads. At most, I'll go to the parking lot of the MSF course and do like little wheelies and stuff. But I feel like because I wear a full suit, I look like a target. Like I look like someone who's gonna do something bad. And I've had people pull up next to me and they're like, do a wheelie, or they're like, you want to race? And I'm like, no, I don't, because I'm not trying to get a fat ticket. Also, I like my job, so it was the same thing when I was in the Army. Like, I didn't want to lose my security clearance. It's not worth it. I got the track. I'm good to go. It's just dry. I just jinxed myself. We're still not even to my favorite stretch of road yet. It's kind of a trip to get there. I hope it looks as good as I hope it looks. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Oh yeah. Some farm animals up here. This dude does not. Oh!
Have possession of his camera that was riding his bike. It's pouring fuel on the exhaust. Okay. All right. Thank you.
If your hand's hurting a whole bunch, try not to move it too much.
Yeah, you might want to sit down and kind of, or if you feel more comfortable standing up, they have a